my plan was after my sophomore season was I'm going to try to get into a really good summer league or as good of a summer league as I can and try to get recruited here in these next 2 months. And if I don't get recruited, then I'm going to walk on at Arizona State. So what I did was I emailed every single coach in the Cape Cod League, in the West Coast League, the California League, the Northwoods, the Jayhawk League. I literally emailed every single coach in those leagues. I got one email back from a team in the West Coast League, the Kitsap Blue Jackets in Washington. They said, we can offer you a 10-day contract because my season ended earlier than Division I schools end. And they were going to need a few extra players for the first, couple weeks of the season as the playoffs and the season winds down for Division I baseball. So I decided to do it. I drove to Washington, 10-day contract. I pitched 2 times in those 10 days. One I got a save and the other one I got a win as a starter. Pitched really well, but they were like, we'd love to keep you, but we don't have a spot for you because we got all these other guys that we've already made commitments to that are coming in. And then literally the day I was going to leave, I don't know what happened. I don't know if like a player didn't show up or what, but they decided to keep me. So they kept me the whole summer, pitched pretty well. Around July 1st, George Mason called my summer coach asking if he had any pitchers that were uncommitted for next season that were worth talking about. And I was the only player on my team. Of course, this is a rare thing to be July and to not know where you're going to school the next month. So I was the only kid on the team that wasn't committed to a school. So my summer coach told him about me. I got connected to the pitching coach at George Mason. He literally never even watched me pitch in person. I sent video of me throwing, and then they had me go on a visit. So I went on a visit there about a week later. I liked the school. I felt like it was a good place to be. So I ended up signing. And what was amazing about this was I ended up getting a good scholarship still. And people are probably wondering, how did I get a good scholarship with a month left before school started? Well, back then, the draft was in June. And they had a left-handed pitcher that got drafted, but he was a junior, and they weren't sure if he was going to sign or if he was going to come back to school. And he decided, in July at some point that he was going to sign professionally. So they now had this wide open spot on the team. They had a scholarship. So I was able to take it, and I ended up going there for my next 2 years. So purely because I reached out to all those summer coaches, that is how I ended up getting in the West Coast League. And because I was in the West Coast League there at the right time, I ended up getting an opportunity to play at George Mason. So if that doesn't happen, if I don't play in that summer league or reach out to those schools, who knows what my path looks like? I don't know where I am today or where my baseball journey takes me. But the point of that is, don't be afraid to make an email. Don't be afraid to make a call. You never know what's going to come of it. You might send 100 emails and you only get one back, but getting that one email back might be the one that changes things and changes your trajectory on your baseball career.